Think locking yourself up is tough? Think again. Today, we're counting 33 times criminals literally got caught by being stupid, from bungled escapes to accidental confessions. These aren't epic heists, they're epic fails. So buckle up, because by story 15 you'll be face-palming harder than a person getting arrested. 1. Stick shift getaway fail. A would-be carjacker in Omaha managed to jump into his victim's ride, but forgot one tiny detail. It was a manual transmission. He stalled the car almost immediately, floundering between gears like a toddler learning to walk. With the motor dying and his panic rising, officers arrived. Honestly, it was more farewell than getaway. Police cuffed him on the spot. Turns out, the perfect crime opportunity turns into an arrest when you can't just shift into first. 2. Baseball bat versus gun store. In Beaverton, Oregon, Derek Mosley strutted into a gun store armed with a baseball bat. He smashed a display case, ready to seize a firearm. Enter the store owner, a self-defense enthusiast with a real, functioning gun. The owner calmly brandished it, ordered Mosley to drop everything: baseball bat, half-looted gun, even a 9-inch knife. Mosley obeyed, bullet dodged, but his arrest was guaranteed. Deputies later described it as the dumbest robbery attempt. Lesson? Never bring a bat to a gunfight, especially not a baseball bat. 3. Embarrassing laundry hideout. In Florida, Escambia County deputies got a call. A wanted felon was hiding carefully in a home dryer. When they knocked, the fugitive probably thought he'd tumble into anonymity. Instead, they found him folded up like fabric softener. Deputies pulled him out one limb at a time. The local sheriff joked. When they finally unwrapped him, the suspect still wore mismatched socks and a wrinkled Star Wars shirt. No grand escape. Just a hot air fail. His laundry list of mistakes got him arrested and left hanging in a very literal tumble. 4. Wig out bank robber bust. One enterprising robber decided to wear a wig, glasses, and makeup to disguise himself. He hit multiple banks, thinking this criminal glam squad would hide his identity. But humans post updates and a wanted poster showed up. He was recognized at a gas station by a casual shopper, not a detective. The disguise was undone in seconds. No brimmed hat or false lashes could hide that mugshot he forgot was public. Turns out, the police don't use filters, they use faces. 5. Swimsuit vault escape fail. Philip Morris Jones staged a dramatic bank robbery, locking employees in a vault, then hopped into swim trunks and swam across a nearby lake. His hope? Blend in as a tourist. Instead, FBI agents were already behind him. They found him by the pool, still dripping, still in trunks. He surrendered with a splash, holding his swim gear like a bizarre trophy. His great escape ended in Flipper's free confinement. Lesson for wannabe fugitives: unless you're in Bond movies. 6. A Florida man stole a $540 Razor scooter from Target, then decided to assemble it right outside the store. Not behind a bush. Not at home. But out front, in plain sight. Customers watched, amused. Employees watched, confused. And security? Oh, they just rolled up and asked, "So, planning on riding that away?" It turns out, the criminal wasn't fast, just confident and dumb. He got tackled mid-installation with the instruction manual still in his lap. Who brings tools to a crime? The sheriff's office dubbed him Dumb Criminal of the Week. He thought he'd ride off as a thief. Instead, he got a free ride to jail. 7. Home Alone 5, real-life fail. In the UK, a would-be burglar broke into a house that was booby-trapped like a movie set. A Home Alone fan had rigged a bucket of water above the door, and when it hit, it soaked the burglar's hoodie and revealed his face to a hallway security cam. Dripping, cold, and panicked, the man slipped on marbles and crashed into a toy shelf. He left behind DNA, footprints, and his phone. Police didn't even have to investigate, they just watched the instant replay. The only thing missing? Kevin McAllister whispering, "Keep the change, you filthy animal." 8 Crawl of shame. This man thought he had the perfect plan. Sneak through pubs by crawling on all fours to dodge CCTV. Genius, right? Wrong. Every time he thought he was invisible, the camera caught his balding head and bright yellow hoodie. He broke into 2 venues and tripped the same silent alarm both times. By the time he got caught, his crawl footage was already viral. People laughed harder than the pub's happy hour crowd. It turns out, crawling into crime doesn't make you sneakier, it just guarantees memes. 9. Chimney flea fail. In Fall River, Massachusetts, Robert Langlias tried to escape police like a cartoon burglar by climbing down a chimney. He became stuck, trapped between brick and soot. Armed cops and firefighters had to rescue him brick by brick while someone on bodycam mockingly said, "You're an idiot." All because he thought Santa's route doubles as a jailbreak plan. The other suspect jumped through a window and escaped, leaving Langlias alone to roast himself. Literally. 10. Challenge accepted. Crime edition. Florida fugitive Aaron Dante Johnson posted a social media challenge to Sheriff Grady Judd. "Catch me if you can," the sheriff replied. Challenge accepted. Almost immediately, a manhunt began. Johnson went offline, but didn't realize law enforcement had eyes online too. Soon enough, Lakeland police located and arrested him. The sheriff's social media call triggered swift consequences. The internet got the ding-dong. Stupid games, stupid prizes. Real time. Bravado on Facebook? That's not how you dodge a dragnet. 11. Bike thief in front of cops. Walked up to the police station in Gladstone, Oregon, brandishing bolt cutters and aiming at a bike chained out front. He didn't even try to hide. Cops watching security cameras swooped in and tasered him before he could pedal away. Stealing someone's ride is illegal. Doing it in front of police? That's just dumb. 12. Rifle Robinson at the bakery. Queens, NYC. A man burst into Panorama Italian Bakery holding a rifle, but spent more time awkwardly fumbling behind the counter than scoring loot. Surveillance caught him bumping into display shelves before he backed out empty-handed and was caught before even running off. Caught on video and embarrassed by every angle, his weapon was less threat and more comedy prop. 13. Ninja burglar snags no mask. In Pennsylvania, the so-called Uniontown Ninja, Justin Jelitz thought he was pulling off Gotham-style burglaries, dressed head to toe in black with a sword in hand. Surveillance cameras captured him climbing into cars and smashing windows across South Union Township early one morning. His plan? Ninjas are silent and unseen. His reality? He tripped over a porch light, left bloody footprints, and triggered car alarms. A vigilant neighbor confronted him, and when the ninja tried to jab with the sword, the homeowner replied, "I have a gun." With confession and camera evidence, Jelitz wound up cuffed, costume and all. Lesson: ninja outfits don't override CCTV. 14. Live-streamed ice cream heist. 2 Utah teens broke into an ice cream truck and streamed the crime live via Periscope. They showed themselves grabbing tubs of ice cream, then randomly distributing them to neighbors, while the video rolled. Viewers alerted authorities. Deputies rolled up to their neighborhood, pulled up the live feed, and arrested them midstream. The literal cherry on top? Their broadcast inadvertently served as evidence. They might have shared desserts, but they also shared their own downfall. 15. Arson in Bosque bragging. Los Lunas, New Mexico. Fire investigators grabbed Jacob Luhair after he confessed to starting the Cotton One wildfire. He told deputies he tested how fast cotton burns for his kids. His child safety moment went up in smoke, literally. Not only did his story go up in flames, so did the forest. Beside the fire, daughter's bedtime story failed. His science lesson ended with federal charges and a $50,000 warrant. 16. Daycare burglar busted mid-crawl. In Fort Worth, a burglar broke into a daycare center. He grabbed snacks, toys, and diapers, but the owners heard the alarm, chased him down, and tackled him in the parking lot. One owner even took a screenshot from surveillance and helped local stores ID him. He was arrested on the spot, labeled by the owner as the dumbest criminal ever. Trying to break into a center for kids? The only thing you'll get is grounded, for real. 17. Tesla vandal exposed on video. A man in Minneapolis vandalized 6 Tesla vehicles, scratching them on purpose. Little did he know, the car's built-in cameras caught everything. Outside clear, inside cameras rolling, and so was the HPD. "You're committing a crime with a spotlight on you," said the police chief, referencing the crystal clear footage. Thanks to the cameras, he didn't just scratch Teslas. He scratched the surveillance jackpot. 18. Mail heist live caught. In Doral, Florida, a group stole over 200 pounds of mail using a stolen mailbox key, then went on a checkout spree at Dadeland Mall, picking up PlayStations, iPads, and even a water bottle. All on camera. Police traced the footage, arrested 3 suspects, and recovered the goods. The police chief praised the moment as a prime example of dumb criminals. The mail may have made it through, but they didn't. 19. Dollar store bandit narrates his own bus. In Fort Lauderdale, a wannabe criminal turned Family Dollar into his personal crime podcast. He entered the store calmly, leaned toward a few customers, and whispered, "Stay back, I've got a gun." Instead of surprising anyone, he broadcasted his every move like a tutorial. Security cameras rolled as he threatened the cashier and barked orders, giving everyone plenty of time to memorize his face, voice, and outfit. After snatching the cash, he bolted, but not before starring in his own viral surveillance video. Police later called it the most courteous armed robbery. Dumb criminals announced themselves. He practically dropped a trailer. 20. Clown tries cop trolling, gets booked. In Palm Bay, Florida, a man dressed in full clown gear stormed into a local business after hours, yelling nonsense and filming himself. The stunt? Taunt the police for laughs. Bodycam footage shows him getting confrontational, calling one officer stupid, and sarcastically narrating his own arrest. He even asked if it was good content. Police weren't amused. The clown was tackled, cuffed, and booked for trespassing, no laughter track required. Turns out when you prank law enforcement dressed like Pennywise, the only joke is your mugshot. Florida strikes again, where even clowns get felonies for chasing fame. 21. Self-checkout principal fool. In Winter Haven, Florida, a middle school principal tried a skip scan trick at a Walmart self-checkout, hiding bacon, light bulbs, and frozen shrimp behind cheaper items. Security caught it, he admitted. "I did something dumb." He was arrested, resigned, and became a cautionary tale. Don't steal on camera, especially with a badge or a moral role. 22. Police impersonator foiled. Jeremy DeWitt, a notorious Florida man, didn't just play dress-up, he went full cosplay cop. Running a fake funeral escort business, he outfitted himself in tactical gear, flashing lights, sirens, and even gave fake commands to drivers like a real officer. The twist? He documented everything on camera. In one now viral bodycam clip, he was caught aggressively stopping cars and weaving through traffic like he owned the road. Real police weren't impressed. He was arrested on the spot, charged with impersonating an officer. Pro tip: if you're gonna fake it, maybe don't livestream your felony. 23. In Irving, Texas, a 14-year-old student proudly brought a homemade digital clock to school, hoping to impress his teachers. Instead, his English teacher mistook it for a bomb and called the police. Within hours, the teen was handcuffed, interrogated, and suspended, despite repeatedly explaining it was just a clock. Bodycam footage, school surveillance, and media reports soon spread like wildfire. Though no charges were filed, the incident ignited an international firestorm about racial profiling, zero-tolerance policies, and fear-driven overreaction. The student later met President Obama, but the viral moment became a symbol of how quickly curiosity can be punished by paranoia. 24. IC pawn takedown. In Charlotte, North Carolina, a man thought he could outwit federal agents with one daring sprint from the courthouse. Shirtless and shoeless, he darted past stunned bystanders and made a beeline for a nearby duck pond. Because, apparently, water equals freedom? Bodycam footage captured the chaos as he belly flopped into the muddy water, flailing like a sitcom character while ducks scattered in every direction. ICE agents didn't hesitate. They dove right in and tackled him mid-splash. It was part arrest, part wildlife documentary. In the end, Christian learned two things: ponds don't erase warrants, and ducks don't offer backup. 25. In Palm Bay, Florida, Christopher Marlowe took street theater to a new level. Dressed head to toe like Ronald McDonald, he refused to leave a shopping plaza, causing quite the commotion. When officers arrived, bodycam footage captured his bizarre behavior, yelling, resisting, and delivering the now viral line, "No, I am a clown, stupid," after being told he looked like one. His antics didn't distract law enforcement, they spotlighted him. The footage spread fast, turning Marlowe into an internet punchline. He was charged with trespassing and resisting arrest, proving once again, if you act like a clown in public, expect a circus in court. 26. In one of the boldest, or dumbest, theft attempts ever, Adam Valle strolled up to the Gladstone, Oregon police station, bolt cutters in hand, and began sawing through bike locks in broad daylight. His target? Bicycles parked right outside the police headquarters. Security cameras captured every second of the brazen act, and officers didn't have to go far. They simply walked out the front door. When he refused to comply, they tased and arrested him on the spot. Pro tip: if your getaway vehicle is a stolen bike from a police station, you're not exactly winning Criminal of the Year. 27. Birthday train hijack. On July 4th, Key West, Florida, a man celebrated his 57th birthday by stealing a trackless sightseeing train while high on meth. He convinced a depot employee he was a former conductor, hopped aboard with 2 unwitting passengers, and made a ride through downtown. GPS led cops straight to the depot, where Winslow exited his Kia, still blasting rock music. Arrested with drug paraphernalia in his pocket, he claimed he just borrowed the train. Moral: swiping rails isn't subtle, especially when you leave the motor running and music blaring. 28. Times Square pepper spray fail. In the middle of Times Square, 19-year-old randomly pepper sprayed 2 NYPD officers. She even attempted to grab an officer's gun while shouting, "Kill me!" The whole assault was captured on police footage. There was no getaway, just a chaotic tantrum in plain sight. She was arrested immediately. Lesson: extremism is often impulsive, especially when filmed. 29. Furniture toss from high-rise. New York police arrested a Florida man who was seen hurling benches, chairs, and tables off a 20th floor terrace in Midtown. The chaotic scene, caught by passers-by, ended in injury-free arrests. Oliver was booked on reckless endangerment and criminal mischief. Throwing furniture? Maybe therapeutic indoors. Launching it off buildings? That's a fail plane. In Virginia, during a police-hosted Shop with a Cop charity event at Walmart, one man thought he'd play the 21 game, a risky stunt where he grabbed over $500 worth of high-value electronics and tried to sneak out undetected. The irony? Dozens of officers were literally there, helping kids pick gifts. Security caught him as he bizarrely tried to re-enter the store for round 2. When confronted, he simply shrugged and called it stupid. No kidding. Turns out, using a police charity event as your personal heist practice isn't a game, it's just a fast pass to jail. 31. Phone trap confession. A Virginia man walked into a Best Buy and made a disastrous move. He used a stolen phone to call 911 to help locate it. Brilliant? Hardly. When dispatchers heard background chatter, they tracked the call. Deputies rolled in and arrested him in the aisle, still holding the phone as evidence. It was the perfect self-sabotage, a confession broadcast live via the device he just stole. Stealing is dumb, but stealing and using the stolen item to call the police? That's a whole new level of criminal ineptitude. 32. Package thief's phone faux pas. In Virginia, a man grabbed dozens of cell phones from local delivery trucks. He then used one of them to text himself a photo of the stolen haul. That single image was enough for police to trace it back via IP address and arrest him on the spot. He literally turned his loot into his undoing. Pro tip for thieves: don't photograph your stolen stuff and expect it to vanish. 33. Fake cop arrested on live cam. Florida's Jeremy DeWitt impersonated an officer, lights, sirens, uniform and all. During one traffic stop, he broadcast it live on social media. The moment he flashed the fake badge on camera, viewers reported him. Local police pulled him over midstream, arrested him, and confiscated the gear. He didn't run, he gave them Exhibit A. Collecting evidence for your own crime? That's bold. That was 33 of the dumbest ways so-called criminals got caught in the act. Only in America. From live-streamed ice cream heists to literal chimney getaways, it's proof crime doesn't pay, especially when you're clumsy. Smash that like button if you got a good laugh or facepalm. Subscribe and hit the bell to catch our next video. Tell us in the comments, which one had you yelling? Seriously? Or do you know a dumb arrest story we missed? Your suggestion might just be in next video.